Hello and welcome to Questiqa Politica, the space where we ask the tough questions behind political headlines. I'm your host Dhruvi, and today we are unpicking the 2025 SCO summit in Tianjin, where geopolitics, economics, and power logic collided over two high-stakes days, September 1 and 2, 2025. Let's dive in. Now, why Tianjin and what is at play? At its core, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is now a geopolitical heavyweight. It is a bloc spanning Eurasia, China, Russia, India, Iran, Pakistan, and Central Asian states, plus a growing list of observers and dialogue partners. Once a forum for broader security, the SCO is now a platform to test new world order, one more receptive to China's vision and increasingly assertive of its global role. Chinese President Xi Jinping framed the summit as a launch pad for economic leadership. He has announced plans for an SCO development bank backed by 2 billion RMB in grants and another 10 billion RMB in loans, signaling that China means business. He also championed a green energy corridor aiming for wind and solar capacity expansion in Central Asia, with projects settling in renminbi, a step toward building what many are calling an electro-yuan system. This is not just eco-politics, it is a bid to dethrone the US dollar's dominance in energy trade. Nextly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi used his stage for a firm message that terrorism must face no double standards. He cited the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir and demanded action on clarity. Russian President Vladimir Putin, meanwhile, stirred the focus toward Ukraine and urged recognition of efforts at dialogue, particularly with India and China. Perhaps the most compelling image, Modi clasping hands with Putin and Xi, signaling a recalibration away from the US influence. Throughout, Xi and Putin castigate bullying, Western behavior, and push for a multipolar multilateral order, promoting SCO as an alternative governance model. India joined a bold condemnation in the Tianjin Declaration, rebuking US and Israeli strikes on Iran, marking a sharper alignment with SCO's broader geopolitical stance. US officials were not impressed. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent dismissed the summit as performative, saying it had more flair than the substance. Now, what does this convergence mean? First, SCO is evolving and no longer content with security talks. Now, pushing economics and global architecture. The idea of an SCO bank is revolutionary for the bloc. Secondly, the electro-yuan hints at China seeding an alternative energy finance model, one that could chip away at dollar hegemony. Thirdly, India's active engagement, even under US pressure, signals its continued preference for strategic autonomy, balancing rather than choosing. Lastly, the SCO summit has spotlighted the chinks in Western unity, fueled by internal volatility, evolving alliances, and a crossroads for global order. The 2025 Tianjin SCO summit was more than a meeting. It was a stage where the silhouettes of a new geopolitical order came into sharp relief. A world watching as alliances shift, currencies recalibrate, and the narrative of global governance gets rewritten. That's a wrap for today's episode of Questiqa Politica. If you like this unpacking, share, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until then, Keep questioning, probing, and understanding.